Hey friends, it's Courtney. Welcome back to my channel, Phyrra. It's spooky season, and so I've got a cosplay tutorial for you today. This is a Medusa costume for Halloween or any other time that you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you through this full face tutorial and the costume and show you what it looks like on me, etc. So if you are excited about Medusa and you want to get this look, just keep watching. I've already prepped my eyes with eyeshadow primer and set it. You can check the description box down below for a list of everything that I use for this look. I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush like the Sigma E25 to start this look. And we're going to start with the color Xenon. And I'm basically running Xenon through the crease that I'm going to try and create. I'm basically carving out around my eyes because I have hooded eyes. I'm also going to build this up on the lid. And I'm especially paying attention to the inner part of my eye right here to make sure that the color is coming in far enough for the shape I want to create. I'm using the Sigma E20 on the lower lash line. This is a short shader brush. And I am kind of elongating the shape with this brush towards the tail of my brow. Switching back to the Sigma E25. So once you're happy with your greens, we're going to switch to the color Meltdown. And I'm going to use Meltdown with a pencil brush. This is the Goss 27S brush synthetic. And I'm going to start basically at the outer part of the lower lid and just start blending this color inwards. So I have hooded eyes, and when I'm looking straight forward into the camera, my crease, the part of the skin fold that's past the, like, a part of the eye, where my lashes are, basically comes down past my waterline. So I'm basically going to take this dark color and make sure that it's covering up the folds of skin and the wrinkles right here at the corner, whatever you want to call this. And then I'm going to blend that and build it up at the outer corner of the lid. So there's like a little socket of darkness right there. And then I'm going to take this brush and pop it into the socket of my eye so that I'm basically following the contour of the bone, my eye bone right here, and go about halfway, slightly more through here. And then I'm going to use the Sigma E25 to blend it out. And I'm really just blending in circles at the outer corner of the lid, just to try to make sure I get all of the skin there, because I have hooded eyes and that skin kind of like folds over each other. But sort of basically doing a windshield wiper motion through the crease, following or pushing this brush against the socket of my eye, so basically following the shape of the bone. Now I want to darken this up a little bit without going too dark, so I'm going to switch to the Black Moon Cosmetics palette, the Black Metal palette, and take the green color, and I think that green color is Myth. I use the Sigma E21 smudge brush, and I'm smudging this right at the lower lash line, like the roots of the lashes. I'm going to use the Goss 20 brush. This is another bullet shaped brush. Ooh, it's really dark. And I'm going to take that same green color again and pop it into the outer corner and just work it through like the outer 1/3 maybe, adding it on the outer part of the lid. Go back with my Sigma E25 and just kind of blend using little circle shapes. I'm going to take the Black Moon Cosmetics color ET and put that on the lid. Go back with a clean blending brush. I'm going to go back with the Sigma E25 and a little bit more of the color Xenon, that lime green. And just kind of blend along the lower lash line, lower lid color. And I'm sort of blending out towards the tail. Then I'm going to go back with the fluffy blending brush. This is the Sigma E40 in a skin tone shade. I like to use my Cosette Essential Powder in C1. And I'm just going to kind of blend in circles on the top of the crease and transition shade. I'm going to tightline my eyes. I don't know if I can stay on camera for that, but I'm letting you know what I'm doing. If you don't know what tightlining is, I'm going to take a pencil and line my upper waterline. This is a mascara shield, and that's basically what I like to use to tightline if I'm trying to do it on camera. I believe this mascara shield is from Encore. What I'm going to use is the liquid liner side of this Tarte pen. This is what I replaced Kat Von D's tattoo liner with. Typically, I find it easiest to put on liquid liner by putting my elbow on the table and bracing it as I look in a mirror and draw little dashes. Now, if you feel you need to deepen up your crease a little bit, which I kind of do when I'm looking at it, I'm gonna go back with more of that color Meltdown and my 27S brush and just kind of like pop it here at the outer corner of the lid and then work it through the crease again. Now, if you have a deeper skin tone than mine and you need to take the colors deeper, I would absolutely reach for the Milk Cosmetics Smoke Sessions palette, and I would go for Space Queen because that's going to be deeper on a deeper skin tone than Meltdown will be, so it'll give you some more depth without using a black. I'm going to try out the Milani, the Violet One Lash Primer. And then I'm going to use my favorite mascara, which is the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I'm going to line my lower waterline with Urban Decay's Basquiat Post Punk Pencil, which is this lime green. NYX might have a similar version, but this was limited edition, so if you don't have a lime green pencil, I would just say your favorite green pencil is what I would put on your waterline. Alright, so I'm going to move on to my face and then finish up the eyes. I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer because this is my favorite face primer. I'm going to put this on, let it dry for about a minute. Once it's dry, I'm going to put on my favorite foundation. That is the Milk Makeup Blur Foundation in the shade Porcelain. I always feel like I need a little bit of extra coverage under my eyes, so I'm going to use my favorite concealer, which is the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer in Porcelain. So the next thing I'm going to do is sculpt my cheeks, and I'm going to use the NYX Sweet Cheeks Powder in So Taupe. And I put on way too much, so I'm going to switch to this Real Techniques brush and just start blending it out. Really kind of going up towards my hairline. And I switch back to my foundation brush, which has a little bit of foundation left on it. And I'm just kind of cleaning up along the bottom. Alright, so for the next step, I'm going to use Black Moon Cosmetics Glowworm Highlighter. This is basically like a white base with an iridescent green kind of shift. And this is the Goss 24S, which I like to use for highlighting. And I'm just highlighting along my cheekbones. I forgot, I'm going to use a little bit of Milk Makeup Cypher Brow Gel. This is my favorite brow gel. I already used the Lime Crime Smoky Brow Pen to kind of help fill in a couple of the hair strokes that I'm missing, because like my tail basically doesn't grow on my brows. So I have to basically fake a whole tail because it just doesn't grow in. And then I'm going to use the Makeup Geek Small Domed Crease Brush with Glowworm so that I can highlight right under the outer part of my brow. I tend to feel like this is the most flattering place to highlight on hooded eyes like mine. It's right through here, and I like to use a pearlescent sheen like this, and then I like to highlight at the inner corner. So I've got 3 lip options to show you for this. First one is going to be Lime Crime Serpentina. So here's lip look 1. This is Serpentina, and I'm going to be honest, this is not my favorite lip look for this look. I'm going to use Milk Cosmetics Taupe lipstick. Still not crazy about this headpiece, but I definitely like this green lipstick better. I feel like it's a better match for the outfit. Alright, so I'd have to say that Sugar Pill Hydro is my favorite lipstick with this look, just because I feel like it's really rich and it's not quite the same color, but it ties in with the dress and everything. Let me give you the close-up on my eye look. So I hope you enjoyed my Medusa tutorial. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any Halloween tutorial requests, let me know in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share. If you didn't like this video, hit the thumbs down and tell me why. I want to know so I can improve. If you're wondering what to watch next, check over here because I'm going to suggest something awesome for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.